Brandon Staley. Didn't tell anybody to stop asking about Justin Herbert, but that's probably coming soon. Justin Herbert with the finger injury on his throwing hand. He played through the finger injury on his non-throwing hand for weeks. Now has the broken finger, surgery Tuesday. They play Thursday night. A couple of 5-8 teams in the AFC West battling for the basement of that division. Easton Stick is likely to start at quarterback for the Chargers. The Chargers won a game 6-0 not that long ago with their starting quarterback playing. The Raiders lost a game 3-0 on Sunday. Thursday night, oof. Hope you enjoyed last night. I don't know what to tell you about Thursday night, although who knows? Who knows? I mean, get a couple of bad teams together, maybe you get a good football game out of it.
Raiders and Chargers get together. You never know what can happen, especially given what those two teams have been through over the course of this year. I mean, that tone that Brandon Staley was striking there when we came back, we heard the sound from him. That is certainly a different tone than he had a few weeks ago. Dylan Hernandez of the Los Angeles Times wrote this in the column this week. It's like that Brandon Staley has gone from defiant to a little bit defeated. And I think you kind of heard that in the tone as he was talking about Justin Herbert.
Yeah, and who knows what the Chargers are going to do after the season, because these are all ownership decisions. And you could have fired Brandon Staley easily last year after the huge lead that was blown to the Jaguars in the wild card round. That didn't happen. At some point, though, when you've made the huge investment in Justin Herbert, who has a streak of 62 straight starts that likely will end, the longest streak currently in the NFL is 84, held by Bills quarterback Josh Allen. When you've made that investment, when you've made Justin Herbert one of the highest paid quarterbacks in football, at some point you got to give him more around him. You're not going to fire him. You got to make a change at coach. You need an offensive coach who's going to be joined at the hip with Justin Herbert and carry him through the next 10 years of his career or longer and become the team that the Chargers have been trying to be. As I have said recently, they are the best dysfunctional franchise in the NFL. In the dysfunctional franchise power rankings, they're number one if one is good. But they are dysfunctional, and they're somewhat competitive despite their dysfunction. But this year it's inexcusable that they aren't better than 5-8. When they have Justin Herbert, who's been healthy enough to play all year until now, and you've got all these teams with quarterback issues in the AFC, how are you not taking advantage of the absence of quarterbacks on these other teams? How are they winning games with backup quarterbacks? And how are you in a position where you're not winning more games with one of the highest paid players in all of football? It just shines a light on Staley, and maybe he's starting to accept the fact that it's all coming to an end, because it's going to be even harder to win games if you don't have Justin Herbert. If you're struggling to win with this guy and all of a sudden he's gone, good luck winning another game down the stretch.
Yeah, exactly. It has kind of defied logic. Why hasn't Justin Herbert been better? He's supposed to be better this year with Kellen Moore as the offensive coordinator. None of that has really come to fruition. That's been one of the most surprising elements to me of this 2023 football season.
Hi, it's Mike Florio. Thanks for watching PFT on YouTube. Hit subscribe for the latest news and analysis from Pro Football Talk.